Well, I'm John Moore, and I'm a painter. Philadelphia was my home for 42 years. It's my favorite city in the world, but I'm currently living in Maine.
I feel like you are a romantic.
A lot of places that I've been working with have passed their prime.
You have quoted to me Louis Kahn's statement about buildings in repose.
He was with a friend, and they're in Rome, and his friend was remarking about how attracted he was to the ruins. And he said to his friend, there's great dignity in the past. That resonates with me. I think it has some kind of feeling that something has survived, and I kind of look for that in places that have worked.
This is like early 19th century paintings where people were thinking about the death of empires and the fall of, buildings, seeking sort of a spiritual and emotional quality in the passing of time.
I first went to Coatesville in 1986. It was like a homecoming. I knew everything about this place without ever having been there before. I knew what it smelled like, I knew what it looked like, I knew all those factory buildings, I knew this. Charles Demuth had worked there, Ralston Crawford had worked there, and I found exactly where Ralston Crawford had made his painting. In fact, I was standing at the exact spot that he must have been standing at when he painted in 1936, and I'm there in 1986, It was pretty sort of amazing.
I feel there's a lot of Sheila in you. There's that same pent-up emotion that is in these serene paintings. The purity, the cleanliness, the calm, and the love of modern surfaces, modern architecture, and so forth.
When I first got a studio at Globe Dye, one of them had glass blocks. They can totally transform an utterly ordinary urban street into something kind of magical. I had the idea basically that I could use the window as a portal to any place in the world. It would basically allow me to go someplace else that is beyond what I'm locked into. When I was living in Boston, I was back in my studio, and all I'm looking at basically is the Charles River. But then I thought, wait a minute, I could paint Barcelona out that window. I could use the window to go anyplace, I could put anything outside of a window. And that's optimism.